it's a bit fucking dodgy if we're being honest. Just siphoning what's left out the tank, spilled a hearty amount on the floor. The finest washing up basins as they could buy. Yeah, it's going well. Next step's getting that tank out and welding it up. Another alloy wheel finished here. Again, not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. Right, got the shitty diesel tank out of it. I think this might be something to do with why it's leaking. You can't really seem to buy these. Well, you can new from Indonesia, but they cost an absolute fortune. So let's clean this fucker up with a wire brush on the grinder, favourite tool, and we'll see how it looks and see where it needs patching. That's one side. That's one side of it all cleaned up. This is destined for the scrap bin in the near future. I mean, you can see every bit of metal on it's pitted. So I wouldn't say it's got too long left, but for now, I'm going to patch it up and give it a coat of red oxide and a stone chip or under seal or something like that until I can get around to making a stainless tank for it, or possibly aluminium. Look at all those added vitamins and minerals. Rust is actually 1 E5 a day. It's pretty good for you. Not a lot of people know that. This side of the tank isn't actually as bad. This is the underneath. The bit that'll be facing the road. I think here's where I'm getting the leaks. You can see the nice factory welding there from Daihatsu. I think that's been done by a robot. Either that or someone on the shop floor needs a pay rise. My plan is cut out the seam entirely and weld a strip all the way around, and then I'll figure out something for the mounting holes here. Also got a few snap bolts where it actually goes into the chassis, so there'll be fun digging them out. About ready to start surgery on the tank. Bit more digging. There was a little pinhole there which turned out to be a lot worse, so I'm gonna take care of that now, first job, and then I'm gonna start cutting away at the seams on the other side of it. Right, attacked it with the hole saw, made the hole a lot bigger, and then I've cut a slug out of a fresh piece of steel with the same hole saw. Oop. And the idea is, try not to drop it in there, hold it across with a magnet or a piece of tape, tack it in and fully weld it. And there's one bit off the list. I'm gonna heat up the area with a bit of a blowtorch first, burn out any of the diesel, just stops the welds going porous and stuff like that. Let's do it. Not the best welding, but I don't think we're going to have any issues with that. I will be filling it up with water when we're done and leaving it to sit, seeing if it leaks anywhere or if it needs any more patches doing. Let's get on to the cutting now. This is what we've ended up with. Yeah, not the greatest. It's really horrible stuff to weld. It's paper thin and it's all just pitted and gone now. Like I said, I will be making a complete new fuel tank in the future. I've got the other side to do, but we'll have to see if these leak. I'll be filling it with water like I mentioned, and we'll keep an eye on. I filled it with water and it still leaks a lot better than it used to be. We've literally only got 2 very small pinholes. It was leaking from around there somewhere, and there, if you can see. So have a quick go at them again, and then we'll have to check if it leaks again, and then we need to completely drain it and leave it in front of the heater. I'm going to leave it in front of the heater to try and evaporate out as much water as possible. Well, we managed to get one of them out without too much fuss, but this one is not having it. Oh, guess I'll be fishing that out with a magnet. This stud here, yeah, don't want to come out. So what I'm going to do is weld a nut to it and try and back it out that way. Best way I've found of doing it is put a washer over the top so you don't accidentally weld to the surface of the bolt, surface of the flange or whatever it is you're extracting. A nut over the top, nice big blob of weld in that, and let it cool down. Let it go stone cold before you try anything, and again, plenty of WD-40. Well, we've managed to get it out without too much of a fuss, and we didn't damage any of the threads on this fuel tank, which is nice. Yeah, probably never been removed before, so fine to have to at some point. Alright, now we can get on getting the rest of this water out. Now we've got it hanging, ready for some paint. Managed to find some M2 or M3 stainless Allen bolts to put in. A bit of anti-seize on them because I don't want the same thing to happen next time when I try and take them out. Right, first coat of primer. Well, it's all painted. I think that's going to do for now. I haven't actually got any stone chip or anything else I can really paint it with, so I'll probably just leave it in red oxide. Got the heater on it to help dry it a bit quicker, and also dry out any moisture that's inside, because we want as little as that possible go into the engine and through the fuel pipes and stuff. Wear on these old pipes because I might as well while they're off. Looks a lot better now. Next job is let it dry. Fish those bolts out of the snap bolts out, and then we can put it back in and plumb it all up, and may have to bleed the diesel fuel system. Not too sure, it may just run, but I guess we'll find out. Right, and now we're working on getting out these stuck nuts and bolts. Again, straight to the welder, hammered a nut on, a similar size. Well, cleaned it up beforehand, wire brush everything, hammered the nut on, big blob of weld. That's what it looked like before, and then I'm letting that cool down, and I'll try and back it out and see what happens. I'd say that went pretty well. Both came out without too much fuss. Now I'm just going to run a tap through the holes, clean the threads up a bit and find some new fasteners. And I'm going to go over this with a wire brush and underseal. That's looking much better. Right, now we need to get them fuel sender unit wires on, and all of the pipes back and connected. Well, we got the tank back in. It's been running for about 5-10 minutes now. It's not died or stuttered or anything like that, so I don't think we've got away without bleeding the fuel system, which is nice. The only bad thing is I've lost my fuel gauge, so we'll have to have a dig around at that. I may have not earthed something out properly. I've got a feeling anyway. On to the next job. If you don't have a pile of shit on the floor like this after working on your car, then you ain't doing it right.